Uh, a very good morning to all of you. Today's topic is about the urbanization process in the developing world. Myself, Dr. Varun Narayan Mishra, and today we are going to discuss about the processes of urbanization in different parts of the world. Especially, we focus on the developing countries, how the urbanization is there, how urbanization is occurring in the developing world, and what are the consequences of rapid urbanization in the developing world. So before starting, first I would like to start with the nature of urbanization in different developmental processes. Okay, so the development certainly involves an increase in the urbanization because by the large inputs for the economic growth lies in the cities, and most of the urban populations are capital accumulating, whereas rural populations are capital consuming. So the search for irregularities in the urban system has revealed several important distinctions. Okay, and there is no universal definition of the urban areas. Different parts of the world, different cities, and different urban areas having different definitions related to the urban areas. Because urbanization is a, you can say, may not have the similar pattern, similar trend over different parts of the world. So there is no universal definition of the urban areas. Different countries define the urban localities in terms of different factors such as the size, the density of the population, amenity services considered to be the commonly available in urban areas. So major economic activities of the population. Also, not all these countries which define urban area in terms of the same factor use the same threshold values for distinguishing urban localities from rural localities. So the urbanization, or you can say the definition of urbanization, may differ from place to place, from city to city, depending on the size and density of the population, depending on the atmospheric condition, depending on the amenities, and depending upon different economic activities of that population. So it is very important to see that it is very important to note that all the countries which define urban area in terms of same factors use the same threshold values for distinguishing the urban localities from rural localities. So when we talk about the urbanization and urbanism, so urbanization does not imply the urbanism. Urbanization referred as the growth of the urban population in relation to the rural population, but urbanism refers to the presence of the distinct culture in urban areas around the world. Different urban areas may have distinct culture. Different urban areas may have distinct population size, different characteristics. So urbanism is a way of life, how different types of population, how different persons living in an urban area are living their life. The term urbanism was coined by the Louis Wirth in 2009 to refer to the ways of life in the cities. He published a classical essay on this theme, that is urbanism as a way of life, in the American Journal of the Sociology in 1938. In this essay, he focused on the city life, different minority groups, behavior, and the mass media. The focus of this essay was basically with the concern with the with the how Jewish immigrants adjusted to the life in the urban America, as well as the distinct social processes of the city life. The concepts of urbanization, when we talk about the urbanization, these three concepts are very much important. When we talk about urbanization, it's a process which leads to a higher proportion of the total population of an area to live in the cities and the towns, whereas the urban growth can be defined as the absolute or the simple growth in the number of urban dwellers. And when we talk about the urbanism is a way of life. It's a characteristics, is a way of life how the urban dwellers having, and exceptionally, it is not so much the increased proportion of the urban growth, but the absolute growth of the urban population. So rapid growth of different cities, different urban areas in the developing world has produced several distinctive forms and the processes. In general, however, in several studies, the population processes can consider as a distinct, which is made between the urban and rural areas. Different social and demographic characteristics of the population vary according to the urban-rural residence variable. So the urban areas are normally marked as higher literacy rate, educational achievements, and the vocational education. The urban areas should have higher standards of the living, higher aspirations, and more amenities and services. They have higher age of marriage, lower ideal family size, greater use of the family planning methods, and the lower fertility rate. And in urban areas, a lot of good infrastructure related to the health is available. The good health infrastructure leading to the lower mortality rate and fertility rate, higher autonomy and empowerment of the women, the lower impact of the religionity and the supernatural beliefs, and the greater impact of the globalization, individualization, and the secularism. So these are some of the characteristics that can be found in urban area. Or area can be considered as an urban area when these are the properties or these are the characteristics may be there, or these characteristics, you can say these properties or these characteristics define a urban area. A area can be considered as a urbanized or urban when these are the properties, these are the characteristics are there. So this is the graph, this is the figure showing how the world population is growing over a period of time, that is 1950 to 2020. So you see that this graph is showing a comparative trend between the developing countries and the developed countries. So you see the rate of the urban population is very fast in the developing countries in comparison to the developed countries. So this graph is showing the data. This graph is showing the size of the urban population starting from 1952 to 2020, and you see in most of the developed countries, the world urban population is almost having this linear pattern, but there is a increasing trend in case of developing countries. And when we see overall trend, so the overall trend at the world level, at the global level, the rapid population is there, the rapid growth in the urban population. So urbanization may have distincts between the developing countries and lower developed countries. The urbanization began earlier in the developing countries, and by 1900, its reduction in the mortality occurred as well as the reduction in the birth rate. In the lower developing countries, the urbanization began later, and because of this, the urban mortality lower than in the rural areas, then declining urban mortality but the high birth rates. There is a stronger surge of the in migration compared to the disease. The industrialization lags behind the urban growth. Different developing countries and developed countries having different patterns of the urbanization. There is a distinction, there is a difference between the developing countries and lower developing countries is around 75% versus the 40% urban areas. However, it is very important to see the variation in the pattern of the urbanization exists across the lower developing countries in the proportion of the urban population. For an example, you see the sub-Saharan Africa is having 30% urban population. The Latin America and the Caribbean uh, world, Caribbean countries having 75% urban area, whereas the Asia is having only 30% urban area. And in South Africa, it is having 50% total urban population. In North America, it is having 45% urban population, and East Africa having 20% urban population. Whereas even in case of Central America, it is having 68% urban population, whereas in South America, it is having 79% urban area. And in West Asia, you see there is a urbanization, or you can say there are total 62% urban population, and in Southeast Asia, it is having 37% urban population. So you see different parts of the world, different parts around the globe having different patterns of the urbanization, having different proportion of the urban population. So why there is a variation in the level of urbanization? How this it can be defined, and what are the reasons behind this varying urbanization rate around the world? So the answer may be there is the population size related to the level of urbanization. These are the some of the answers that can be the the varying rates of the urbanization. Thus, these are the answers to the varying rate of the urbanization. First one is the population size related to the level of urbanization. There may be some variation in the level of urbanization. Simply, it may be produced by varying level of industrialization. It is very important that the stronger tradition of the urbanization in the some areas, especially it is true for the Middle East, that is the birthplace of the cities, and the Latin America, where the Spanish colonialism produced a deeper urban pattern. Other areas having the weakness in case of rural agricultural base, and hostile environment means urban places are most dominant in that case. The features of the urbanization in developing world: there is a rapid urbanization that has accompanied by the explosive growth of the large cities in developing world. Okay, the primate cities is a term. It is used to identify the cities that dominate the urban pattern of the respective countries. Each developing country having some dominant urban area, having some dominant urban pattern, which is known as primate city. These cities are much larger than the next largest city, and it can be accounted for much of the political and economic activity as well as services. For an example, Bangkok and Mexico City. The growth of such large cities has produced mega cities, and the mega cities having the urban population more than 10 million. For an example, Bombay, Calcutta, Jakarta, Mexico City, and Sao Paulo. Okay, so this is the figure showing the number of cities with the population more than 1 million between 1960 to 2000. And you see, it is also showing the countries having some industrial revolution, and also it is having some developing countries. Some industrial countries having population over 4 million, whereas the developing countries is also having population over 4 million. Whereas you see, there is a large difference between the industrial countries as well as the developing countries in year 2000. So these are the growth of million cities around the world. You see, the cities, uh, the cities having the population over 4 million has increased during the period of 1960 to 2000, and these are the largest cities in the world. And you can see the comparison of the population size, comparison of the urbanized area, or you can say the comparison of the urban population in year 2000 and 2015. So most of the cities around the world are having variation in the urban population, which was in year 2000 and now it is in 2015. So you see there are a larger population in 2015 comparison to 2000, and this is the data showing the urban population size for the largest cities in the world: Tokyo, Bombay, Dhaka, Sao Paulo, Delhi, Mexico City, New York, Calcutta, okay, Karachi, then Los Angeles, Shanghai, Manila, Beijing, Cairo. Okay, so this is the pattern of the urban population. This is the graph showing the urban population, the rate of the urban population between the year 2000 and 2015. So these are the locations of the cities having the population more than 5 million. And it is, you can see these kind of cities are well distributed around the globe, different parts of the world having such kind of cities where the urban population is more than 5 million. Okay, so these are the important and largest cities around the world with the urban population more than 5 million. So how to measure the urbanization? We have seen that there is a rapid urbanization around the world. Most of the cities are considered as the largest cities. They are having the urban population more than 5 million. So how we can measure these kind of urbanization? How can we measure the rate of urbanization? So the urbanization rate or the urbanization can be measured in the terms of level, which is sometimes known as called the degree of urbanization, and the speed of urbanization. So the level of urbanization is defined as the percentage of total population of an area that is living in urban localities, and most of the countries classify the localities into urban and rural and collect the data on their population. So this is the formula for measure, measuring the level of urbanization. The level of urbanization is equal to urban population divided by total population into 100. So thus, if the level of urbanization of a country is 32%, it means that out of 100 persons in that country, 32 persons are living in the localities which can be classified as a urban area, or you can say it as a town or the cities. And it may be stressed that the level of urbanization is dependent on the definition of urban and rural area. So the changes in the definition of urban localities may produce significant change in the level of urbanization. So level of urbanization depends on the uh, distinction, or the level of urbanization depends on the definition of the urban and rural area, which may be which may have different meaning in different part of the world, which may have different meanings in different countries, different cities around the world. And when we talk about the speed of urbanization, and if we want to see how we can measure the speed of urbanization during a given period of time, so the speed of urbanization may be defined as the percentage change per year in the level of urbanization, and thus the speed of urbanization during 1991 to 2001 may be calculated as follows. This is the speed of urbanization between 1991 to 2001 is equal to difference in the level of urbanization during 1991 to 2001 divided by the level of urbanization in 1991 into 100 divided by 10. Using this formula, we can easily measure, we can easily calculate the speed of urbanization over a period of time, over a given period of time. So this is the census of urban and rural areas in the India. As per the census of India 2001, the definition of urban area adopted is as follows. All the stationary places with a municipality, corporation, cantonment board, or notified town area committee, a place satisfying the following three criteria, which is a minimum population of around 5,000, at least 75% of the male working population engaged in the non-agriculture pursuits, and the density of the population of at least 400 per square kilometer. So if these criterias are there, if all these criterias are fulfilled, then the region is considered as the urban area. For the identification of such places which would classify to be the urban area, as per the 1991 census had a population of 4,000. In 1991, this criteria was 4,000, but now it is increased up to 5,000 and above. A population density of 400 persons per square kilometer, which is having at least 75% of the male working population, which may be engaged in the non-agricultural activities for the job and other uh, practices. So to work out the proportion of the male working population referred to as given, the data relating to the main workers were taken into the account. And urban agglomeration is a very important term. It is a continuous urban spread constituting a town and its adjoining urban growths, or two or more physically contiguous towns together, and any adjoining urban outgrowth of such towns. And for an example of urban outgrowth, these are the railway colonies, some university campuses, port areas that may come up near a city or stationary towns outside the limits. Each such individual area by itself may not satisfy the minimum population limit to qualify it to be treated as the independent urban unit, but may deserve to be the clubbed with a town as a continuous urban spread. So for the purpose of the delineation of urban agglomeration during the Census of India 2001, these criteria are taken as a prerequisites so that area can be considered as urban agglomeration. So the core town, or at least one of the constituent town of an area agglomeration, should necessarily be a stationary town. The total population of all constituents, like the towns as well as the outgrowths of an urban agglomeration, should not be less than 20,000 as per the 1991 census. If these criteria are there, these are the prerequisites, these are some uh, or you can say these are the criteria which can be considered, which can be used to define urban area as a urban agglomeration. Okay, so it is very important to see urban agglomeration are considered as a constituent town of an urban area. It may be considered as a constituent part of an urban area with these of the criteria having total population of all constituents that it should not be less than 20,000 as per the Census of India 1991. So this is the table showing the level of urbanization, level and trend of the urbanization in India between 1991 to 2001. When we talk about in year 1901, so the level of urbanization is only 10.84%, and in 1911 it is having 10.29%, 1921 it is around 11.18%, and it is continuously increasing The level of urbanization is continuously increasing up to 2001 in comparison to the level of urbanization of 10.84%. In 2001, the level of urbanization has been increased up to 27.81%. So there is a large difference between the level of urbanization in year 1901 and 2001. And when we talk about the speed of urbanization, so also you see the speed of urbanization is very fast in comparison to the 1901 to 2001. In 1901, this was not, data is not available, but when we talk about 1911, it is having negative trend. The speed of urbanization having negative trend in 1911, but still when we talk about for year 2001, its value is around 0.82%. And the highest speed of the urbanization, the highest trend of the urbanization was found for the year that is 1915. It's around 2.47%. So during this period, there was a highest rate of the urbanization, highest speed of the urbanization. But right now in 2001, the speed of urbanization is around 0.82%. So this is the graph. This is the table showing the total number of population of India, and then you see the total number of rural population, total number of urban population, and you see the comparison of rural and urban population in different years starting from 1901 to 2001. So in India, the 3 million cities are listed here. There are around about 4,000 cities and towns in the India, and about 300 cities having the population over more than 1 lakh. Among them, 7 cities have the population more than 3 million as per the data from 2009. According to the US Census Bureau, Mumbai the ranks the third in the world after Tokyo and the Mexico. So Mumbai is considered as the third place as a highly popularized city, high population city in the world after Tokyo and Mexico. Kolkata is at 9th place and the Delhi at the 14th place. The names and the population of all the 3 million plus cities are given here. You see the Greater Bombay, Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, Ahmedabad, and Hyderabad, and you can see the change in the population size, change in the urban population in 1991 and 2001. So these are the major cities in India, which is having the urban population more than 3 million. And in India, there are around 4,000 cities and towns, and out of 400 cities and towns, 300 cities having the population more than 3 million, or you can say having the population more than 1 lakh, 10 lakh. Most of the 300 cities having the population over 10 lakh, and the 7 cities in India is having the population more than 3 million. So this is the table showing the data sets showing the 3 million plus cities. So this is the trend of the urbanization in India. This table shows the level and the trend of urbanization in India in the 20th century. It shows that in the beginning of the last century, only 10.84% population of India was living in the urban area. There is no doubt that there are some world famous religious and political and educational cities in all part of the countries, but an overwhelming majority of the population was living in the rural area. India lived in its village till 1931. The speed of urbanization was rather small. As a matter of fact, during 1901 to 1911, the level of urbanization decreased. The major improvement in the urbanization took place during 1931 to 1951 and 1971 to 1981. The period 1931 to 1951 was politically turbulent, and millions of the people moved across the border after the partition of the country into India and Pakistan. So after that, the speed of urbanization has been slower down and erratic. That is partially due to the definitional changes. The last census in 2001 showed that 27.81% of the India's population was living in the urban area, and the speed of urbanization is around 0.82% per year. So this is the trend of urbanization up to 2001. as per the data from the Census of India. And the census data have also shown that Goa state has the highest proportion of the urban population, which is around 49.76%, whereas the Himachal Pradesh state has the lowest urban population, that is around 9.30%. Delhi has the highest proportion of the urban population, around 93.18%, and Dadra Nagar Haveli having the lowest urban population is around 22.89%. Most of the towns and cities in India are usually divided into five categories, five classes. Class 1 city with the population more than 10 lakh, class 2 towns and cities having the population between 50,000 to 10 lakh, the class 3rd city towns with the population size of 20,000 to 50,000, and class 4 towns with the population size between 10,000 to 20,000, and class 5 towns are having the population with the 5,000 to 10,000. More than half of the India's urban population live in the class 1 cities, and nearly one third of the total population are living in the class 2 or class 3 towns or cities in the India. So that's the share of the towns with the population less than 20,000 is rather small as per the data from the Registrar General of India 2009. So this is all about the rapid urbanization process, the trend of the urbanization, the processes of the urbanization in India and around the world. So today we have discussed different types of population, different types of processes uh, which is involved during the urbanization, and on the basis of the census data from 1901 to 2001, we have seen in different periods we have different types of speed, different urbanization speed, different level of urbanization. And also uh, it is very important to note that most of the cities in India are in the class 2 and class 3, which is having the population between 50,000 to 10 lakh. So urbanization is very fast in India and different parts of the world. So it is very important to manage these populations by sustainable urban planning and sustainable urban growth. So thank you very much for today's class. And today we have discussed very important topic, that is urbanization in India and around the world. And in the next class we will discuss some more concepts, some more discussion about the urbanization and other factors which is responsible for urban growth and urbanization. So thank you very much for today's class.